Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 5, and today is the first competition, the first round of our championship, which is of course the Ace Academy's BMW HP2 Boxer Cup. Now we have a whopping 19 riders, including myself, in this championship, and I cannot wait to see how this unfolds. I'm a little bit sluggish. I have been doing a lot of MotoGP 23. You may have been watching my previous series, and you'll know how hard I'm working in that series at the moment. So I don't know how well I'm going to correlate here into Ride 5, but I'm going to give it my best shot. And honestly, just racing with the aces and having fun with them is honestly the best part about this competition. Whether I win, whether I never win, whether I crash in every race, I just have a good time with the aces, and it's a great opportunity to show off the skills of the Ace Academy, to show how competitive, how clean, and how just skilled all of us are, because we do have some incredible talent. We know, say, good Meerkat, Sergio 23 is not just talented in both the racing, but in the helmet designs, liveries. Charlie's now getting up in there in the same conversation as well, also being very talented, creating replicas. And then, of course, we have some very fast riders in there as well as my arch nemesis but friend, Gilzo, number 46. He will be, no doubt, be taking the fight to me in this championship as well. But I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. I'm not confident here in the Nürburgring GP. It's a circuit I do like, but I'm not very good at, so I'm hoping to at least qualify in the second row at the very least. Getting on the front row with Gilzo, Sergio 23 and Meerkat, and then of course you've got to chuck in Cheshire Charlie as well, who's very, very fast. So we'll see what happens, but I'm going to go for it and see what we can do. And already I don't feel too good. I'm downshifting prematurely. I'm making a few mistakes in some of these corners. I don't think this lap time will be anything to get too excited about. Now, a couple of riders. Oh my goodness, a couple of riders popping up onto the screen there. We have Jalana ahead of us in 16th place as it stands. And I don't know if he's just spawned in on the track. He must have done, but he hasn't seen me, so hopefully he'll move out of the way in a second so I don't... okay, alright, never mind. Okay, so my lap time has been impeded, but I don't think it was particularly special anyway. But now if he does let me take a little bit of space, maybe I'll be able to pick up some slipstream, but no, I don't think I will. Let's get across the line and then let's return to the pits to see if I can get some clear space on track. So not quite what I planned in the qualifying so far. I was hoping just to get out first, start churning up the lap times and start getting improvements, but that didn't go to plan. And as you can see right now, we are a whopping, well, almost 3 seconds behind Sergio 23, who has the pole position as it stands. Really good qualifying lap there from Sergio 23. He does love the BMW HP2, and I've got to say, I agree with him. I think this bike is fantastic. I've just not managed to fathom it out yet. I think where I'm losing a lot of my time at the moment is lack of trust on the brake. The vibration is nowhere near as prominent as it is in MotoGP 23, so bouncing across both of Milestone's flagship games, it does get a little bit difficult to remember and have confidence in the brakes. And I don't brake hard enough in Ride. I think that's down to just being a little bit too gentle, a bit too relaxed. Need to be a bit more aggressive and maybe a bit more brazen on the brakes, but we'll figure it out as we go. I'm pretty certain of that. But coming out of the right-hander there, that's a good entry going into the right-hander, and now into the left-hand side. We made a mess of this on the previous lap, so in the left-hander we're up by 1/10 of a second, but we need to find 3 seconds to be anywhere near the pole position. But I pretty much guarantee I won't be on pole in this one. I can't see that happening. I really can't. I'll definitely try, but I don't think it's going to happen. Now, we did have a couple of riders, I think we have one more spot available, but I think a couple of riders may or may not leave throughout this one. So if you are interested, don't hesitate to register within the DrAce Discord server, because just because we have a full grid now, as I almost lost the front there for the left, there's no reason that we might have some vacancies throughout the season. So maybe we have some riders who can't attend the late 9 events or whatever. If you're interested, let me know, because it isn't just this. We're going to have our full-blown championships where I'll be streaming and doing all the commentary as the race director. And then, of course, we have the cups where I can take part and I can enjoy the experience with the aces. But now into the right-hand side for the Advent Bogan. We'll go into the chicane where I'm still not feeling too confident in it. It's the rear brake I'm lacking the feedback and feeling, because when the power stops, It makes me... Oh, God, there's a cone there in the middle of the road. That's probably courtesy of Max B, my teammate for the Ace Academy squad. He is known for whacking cones out of the way, but coming out of the final corner, we probably won't get another lap time in now, so I'm going to call it there, and we improve? We do improve. It's for 4th, but let's see what it's like at the end when we take a look at the end of the timing screen. So it wasn't quite 4th place, but we dropped down to 6th, so Jalana and Cheshire Charlie do get ahead of me. For the first time, I don't think I've seen Sacred Meerkat in the first 2 positions to start off a cup, so he'll be starting from 3rd, as Gilzo puts in a 2-minute 3. Brilliantly done, and I've got to confess, I'm slower than what my practice time was. I didn't do much practice, but the practice I did in the 3 laps, I did a 2:01.7 twice, and I couldn't get it here. So let's skip ahead and let's crack on with the race. So ladies and gentlemen, this is it, the first Ace Academy BMW HP2 Cup round. It is round 1. Let's see what kind of jump we can get off the line. Can we get a good one? It's not a big wheelie there from Jalana. It looks like Sergio had something rather similar. The Sacred Meerkat got off the line well. Has he got the whole shot? Charlie tries to go around the outside. Here's Gilzo on the left-hand side. Bit of a love tap there with my good friend and arch rival Gilzo. And now to the left-hand side. Can we squeeze up on the inside of Sacred Meerkat? I lost a bit of confidence there. I wanted to go for the lunge, but I think we would have made a bit too much contact. But now in the left-hand side, Charlie goes wide. I'm up to 2nd. What a great start this is. And if there's a man to follow in any bike, in any cup, it's the man here on your left-hand side. That is Sacred Meerkat, of course, rocking the number 93 in this year's game to match his real-life Marc Marquez helmet. So, into the right-hand side. Oh, easy on the power. Oh, got a little bit nervous there. Oh, brought on the power just a bit too prematurely, but I've got to say, the slipstream effect is huge, as that is helping us wonders to stay with the number 93. Of course, a man who I think we all know on this channel, but if you're not and you're new to it, oh my god! Yep, trying to take too much, trying to keep up with Meerkat is never easy. And then to the left-hand side, we're losing the front almost, but we're still with him. We're losing touch. But that man there is, is a confidence killer. He is very, very fast in pretty much every racing game I've seen. He's not unbeatable. He will and maybe makes mistakes every now and again. But to be honest with you, he is close enough to being damn near impossible. And right now it's showing as he pulls off 7/10 of a second already on this exchange. And now into the dreaded chicane where I have just no feeling and confidence. Onto the brakes, here comes Cheshire Charlie. Nice lunge, but hopefully he runs it deep here on the right hand side. Oh, he got lose the front. Oh, I thought he lost the rear then. I thought he was going to high side into oblivion. Now I've lost from 2nd down to 5th. In just one exchange, going alongside Sergio 23, desperate to get the slipstream with Charlie. Bit of a nudge there with my good friend, the Belgian ace, the livery master. He's got a great drive with that slipstream. I can't compete. Onto the brakes now as Gilzo goes into the brakes and goes around the outside. Oh, it's not quite worked. It didn't work for me, of course, but Cheshire Charlie there on the right-hand side. He's holding on, recent channel member. Unfortunately, they're looking like they're too fast for me. Sergio's looking sweet going into the AMG Arena corner. And then into the right-hand side. Oh, I thought about having a pop at Gilzo there. We love a good battle, me and the Irishman. I thought I was going to go for it, but no, I think that would have been a bit too much. But into the left-hand side, I've got to stay with them here, because if I lose that toe, I'm probably not going to keep up with them. I'm all right for the first half of the lap. It's going into the second part through the Schumacher S and above is where I begin to struggle. So if I lose the toe here, that could be it for me. Nice clean move from Gilzo. He has the inside line. The engine of the Boxer almost touching the floor there. As Gilzo now is into 3rd place. Good job from the number 3. Oh, the number 46 in 3rd. Got really close to Charlie there. Double C ahead of me. Can we go on the brakes and get him into the left-hander? No, they're a lot more... Oh! Charlie almost outbraked himself. Good recovery, though. He stays in the position. And now it looks like Charlie and me are destined for a battle, but if I can just get back at Gilzo, got to keep in that slipstream, perhaps then we'll have a chance of catching up to Sergio together, but that's a tall order. And then can Sergio catch up to Meerkat? It looks like he's closed him down somewhat, but into the braking zone for the left-hander. I've completely outbraked myself here, and that is unfortunately a bit of a mess for me, so that's That's trying to brake in a corner where you have no feeling and confidence, and yeah, it didn't work out. I think I've got to use a bit more rear brake, see if that works. But right now, yeah, the worst has happened. I lost that toe. I wouldn't have minded just getting dropped from Charlie, but if I could at least keep a little bit of a toe, it might not have been too bad. But now into the right-hand side again, struggling to get the bike stopped. I probably do need to think about using some rear brake. I just don't have any confidence with it. It's just no feeling at the moment. But maybe a bit more aggressive. Just press that left trigger a little bit more as we go tight to the apex of the AMG arena. Oh, steady on the power. That's the issue. We're not using any traction control. The rear does step out ever so slightly, but it seems okay. Are we still on board the bike? We are, so that's one good thing. Meerkat's in the lead. I can't really see how big his gap is. What, maybe a second? Maybe it's beyond a second now? That's the worst thing you can do as a competitor against Sacred Meerkat. If he gets that advantage, he gets that speed and that rhythm, he's unbeatable. It is so difficult. We've seen it in our British Superbike Championship, which was hosted on Ride 4 last year. In fact, this year, I thought the early stages of this year, he did it in the 600cc's, and he did it a couple of times to 1000s as well. Get that momentum going, get that gap, break the resolve of the rider behind you, and then that's where Sacred Meerkat has gone. He's just disappearing into the distance. And as it stands, I will confess, I thought Gilzo would be right up there with Sergio by now, but he hasn't closed in yet. But in turn, I also thought the Belgian Ace would be right on the heels of Sacred Meerkat, but that hasn't happened either. I mean, I'm quite happy with my performance so far. I didn't really belong to be fighting up at the front with... Oh, Lord Almighty, I almost crashed then. Wow. Okay, we're alright, we're alright. Oh my god. Get a bit nervous with this one now. But yeah, I didn't think we would have any business fighting up at the front. Even when I did this time trial challenge in this track at the Sim Expo last year, or this couple of months ago with the ADAC, I had no confidence in this track either. And I don't know what it is. I feel good. First corner, second corner, all the way up to the Schumacher S, and then from there, it just feels alien. It just feels different, and I cannot compete with the competition. And right now, I can't compete with Cheshire Charlie either. He is doing a stellar job. Is the man who created the Optimum Bikes Dan Linfoot livery, of course, or the suit side of the livery. Sergio 23 made the bike. Well, now into the left-hand side. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but oh, bit deep. I managed to pull in a bit of time there to Charlie, but nothing special. And now I've gone wide. I think that's probably it. But Charlie is also representing what? 3 of the liveries we've made for this championship, I do believe. Sergio 23's made the others, and then Charlie either made 3 or 4. Terrific job from the pair of them. The suits, the designs, the liveries, the team ideas, just look fantastic. I love that about Ride. Customizing all the bikes, customizing all the teams, making it really exciting. We have a teams championship as well, so this is why it makes even more sense. It just works. It looks good, and I'm happy with the outcome of this particular cup. Once again, deep into turn 10. Confidence is dwindling right now as I see Charlie just disappearing into the distance. It hurts when you see another rider just vanish like that. And it also means I've got, what, 5.5 more laps, 6 laps of being on my lonesome. This has not worked out as planned. Sacred Meerkat leading the way at the front. And then we got Sergio 23 in second, Gilson in third, Charlie fourth, myself in fifth, and then Gravestone behind us. He's there in 6th place. Now for the long straight, given everything we've got. Well, let's see what we can do. Apologies, I had to just quickly sort something out on the left-hand side of my screen. One thing I do need to do is turn it off when I'm racing, because it is distracting. It's very distracting. It's easy just to get suckered in to having a look at whatever's on that screen. I probably shouldn't have a second monitor for this. I did read from Linus Tech Tips once. He was saying that the worst thing about having a second monitor is it takes the immersion away from your main monitor. And it's kind of sat with me for a while now, and I'm beginning to think that could be a problem. I tend to use all that for recording, voices, everything else that I've got on there so I can track and see how everything sounds or looks. And now I'm beginning to think that maybe he's got a point, because it is really distracting. I can see the chat already going up and down and comments popping up. Maybe I need to maybe I need to turn that off. But at least if I'm going to do it anywhere, I do it on the main straight. At least that way it's not as bad. But deep into the Goodyear Kerr, I think this one's going to be a long one for me. It was my idea really to push the 10 laps in this cup, because I felt with the Yamaha R7 Cup that we did just recently, the laps were just too short. It was over so quick that we never really seen the true potential of some of the riders. And I think in a situation like this where you have to be so concentrated for such a long period of time, with you're focusing so much, your hands are getting sweaty, everything's getting, oh my god, steady on, steady on there, pal. Oh wow, yeah, but everything's getting, you know, you're concentrating so much. It's important to have that differential, because there is a couple of riders, even myself really, it's easy just to win a public lobby which is 3 laps, because the fastest rider gets taken out, you stay on the track, he's not going to catch you in 3 laps. But in a situation here, where the fastest rider gets taken out unfairly into turn 1, they have a chance to really claw back some great points, and then you can see the real potential of that rider. And I think it's just important as well to compete at a long distance, because it just adds to the cup, I think, at each and every race, especially when it's a thrilling fight, as it will continue to grow throughout the race to the point where you just can't even look away for 1 second, and if you take your finger off the trigger or maybe you make a small mistake, the entire race comes to an end for you. But I'm looking forward to seeing what sort of races will be in this cup this time around. And of course, if I haven't mentioned already, now's a great time to subscribe, now's a great time to like the video as well. I will be doing some of the live streams coming up soon for the more predominantly featured championships. Now, I've been calling this a cup, but I've also been calling it a championship as well, but I wanted to clarify that if it's a cup, that means I can compete, that means I can be with the aces, I can have a good race with them, and then when it's the championships, I'm going to exclude myself from competing at all and focus completely on race direction, commentary and broadcasting, because we did the British Superbike Championship this year, and there was a prize for it. We did some trophies which were proudly sponsored by Andy Yates, one of our channel members, and it was awesome. It was great. I thoroughly enjoyed doing all the commentary for it. Even now I'm enjoying more the commentary than the riding. It's just what I really enjoy to do. I love making the videos, of course, no doubt, but I do really enjoy building up our aces, because they deserve to have their races commentated, because they can put on some great fights. And looking at the map in the bottom left corner of the screen, it looks like Gilzo and Sergio 23 are neck and neck. You can see the number 2 and the number 3 are basically becoming one paddle here as they go over the timing line. So I know how strong the slipstream is in this game. Gilzo could be attacking him into turn 1. I'll be keeping my eye on that for now, but in fact all of us keep an eye on that, because I think it'll be more interesting than what I'm doing here, just poodling along with a 2:02.3, as them guys are probably doing 2 minutes. But it is great to see a full lobby. Well, not quite. We have actually already lost someone, but we've done 18 riders in this one. We had 19, but someone's obviously been disconnected or something. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen. But for the British Superbike Championship, if you've never seen it before and you have no idea what I'm talking about, check out my live streams and you'll see everything on there. We had teams organised, and we mostly did deliveries for every single rider, inspired by either British Superbike or some sort of championship, and we'll aim to do something very similar this year, with more giveaways and more prize winnings as well. So definitely get involved in something like that, because those big championships, they don't come round as often as the cups do, but when they do, they'll be worth it. So definitely get subscribed. I can't wait to announce the next cup. It's wheels in motion for now, but we'll see what happens when the time comes. But that's a couple of laps gone now. I've been waffling away here and just sort of concentrating on the race, and to be honest, we're actually in danger here of getting caught up from Gravestone. Yeah, he's what, 2.5 seconds it is now. Wow, I really sucked into that left-hander there. The gap's gone down to less than 2 seconds. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to get caught up here. Oh wait, Gilzo's now in 4th. What happened there? What's happened between our 2 championship protagonists? Taken Meerkat's fine and dandy, he's still leading the way. Rider in 2nd must still be Sergio 23, unless they've both collided and now Charlie's in 2nd. But I've got to say, that gap to Meerkat doesn't look as large as it once did. We'll get a better look as we go across the timing line in a moment. Tyre wear still looks pretty good with the medium front and soft rear. Let's just say quick hello to my cat. Hello. Just come in. Apologies. And then on the brakes we go into turn 1. Yeah, it's taken Meerkat, Sergio 23, Charlie, and Gilzo in 3rd. So something has happened between Gilzo and Sergio, or Gilzo crashed on his own? I don't know, but now there's something happened to Gravestone, because that gap which was coming down rapidly is now up to 5.5, 5.7, 5.8 seconds. So we should be safe, but this is now going to be a rather boring race. I was actually looking forward to Gravestone bringing me some competition, simply because it would make for better content. I mean, it's weird to say that I want to be caught up, but I just think it's much more interesting to have it that way, because if we just keep on churning at the lap times, then maybe it's not that fun. Well, I hope I'm keeping you entertained nonetheless, guys and gals. And of course, if not, then I guess you've already gone. So anyway, into the right hand side, we bring on the power once again. And now I'm getting a Discord call here, so apologise if that affects the race. I'm going to try and turn it off, but it's hard to do when you're racing, so there's not a lot I can do here. Anyway, bear with me to the straight line, and if there is any noises I'll fix it. But everything should be muted, so it should not impact the race, which I do hope. But as it stands, 9 whatever seconds it is ahead of Gravestone. And then to the left hand side we have Gilzo, who is 6.6 seconds. He's just ahead of me on circuit by, what, a country mile? He's actually closing to Charlie there. I can see briefly in the distance. Not enough to really see exactly what's happening, but I can see something. And it looks like maybe Sacred Meerkat has responded to the ongoing charge of the Belgian ace. He's pulled out a smaller gap. And then of course Gilzo and Charlie, I might be able to see them going into turn 1, but I might just be a little bit too late. Yeah, on the brakes they've already gone. I'm trying to see in the future corners, but I can't. No, I can't see. Apologies guys, I'm not fast enough to watch the action. I'm only just doing what I can. This has not been a great race for me, it really hasn't, but I didn't lose any positions. We only went forward, so that's a good thing. We started 7th, 6th, was it 6th? Yeah, I think it was 6th, and we'll finish in 5th, so it's a position improvement. Sacred Meerkat will have a 2 position improvement, and Charlie will have a 3 position improvement? I think it might be 3. Good stuff from Cheshire Charlie, and Sacred Meerkat, Sergio 23 starts pretty much where he will finish, in 2nd place. But although there is the chicane, there's the right-hander, and then going up to the chicane, I keep wanting to say chicane, it's the Schumacher S. They've closed in. The 3 of them are neck and neck now. You can see the 2, you can't see the 3 and the 4 now because they're just stuck together. Something has happened, and I think something has happened to Sergio, because there's a huge gap now to him and Meerkat. Meerkat's already going into the right-hander that leads you onto the very, very fast right-handers. This could be interesting, especially for the championship. I know it's early, I know it's an early stage of the standings, but it's you start as you mean to go on. So if that's the case, we should be seeing some overtakes soon. I'm trying to have a look up in the distance. Apologies to the YouTube compression, because I don't think you'll have a chance of seeing what's going on over there. And it looks like, has that been more contact now? Maybe. Oh, the 3 of them are together though. Oh, if only I was faster. If only I was fast enough to keep up with them, and maybe then I'd be able to see what's going on. I apologise in advance, but I tell you what, we could be seeing a change here. Across the line, we will get to see exactly which order those 3 riders are, but they are neck and neck and neck. The 3 of them are all going into turn 1. Who is going to be the last late breakers? Currently, as it stands, Cheshire Charlie in 2nd, Gilzo 3rd, and Sergio, never mind, it's changed again. Sergio up to 3rd, Gilzo down to 4th. Who is going to finish in 2nd place? The questions yield no answers yet. Oh God, look at the front end of the BMW. Good Lord. HP2 wanting to just drop. It's a very it's an unstable bike, but stable at the very same time. I like it a lot. I do like the feeling of it, but it just feels a little bit loose sometimes. Good lap time coming in here nonetheless. But for those three ahead of us, I am dying to hear what's going on there, because I want to see in the comments section what they've got to say. It sounds, it looks like they're going to have a really good time. Looks like they're having some fun. But we'll see what happens. So into the right-hander we go. 7.5 seconds it is to Charlie, to almost 13 seconds ahead of Gravestone. But I don't think really interested in my gap right now. I'm just interested in what's happening ahead of us. And I just realised it's now Charlie and now it's Gilzo. The riders are changing positions, and now I'm going wide. I'm too busy focusing on that. And something has happened actually, because the fourth and third are now together. Are they ahead of me on circuit? Or is... No, fourth has crashed. Unfortunately, Gilzo has gone down. That's his podium that's disappeared. And now Charlie is on the cusp. Wait, there's a bike that's flew up in the air there. Someone's gone down. Who is it? Is it Cheshire Charlie? I think it is. The two livery makers, the artists, going at it. And unfortunately, one of them come up short. I guess it's hard to beat the Belgian ace. On track, and even with the downloads when it comes to downloaded liveries. But across the line, Sacred Meerkat takes the victory. I think it's Sergio in second, Gilzo third, Charlie fourth, and me in a rather lonely fifth place. Nothing special from Dr. Ace at this stage. But we have points. I knew I wasn't going to be very competitive, and I knew it wasn't going to be good. Although my best lap did come right at the end there. That's improvement. But I guess that's it. So a good effort nonetheless. Gravestone in 6th, Shotik 7th, Mad Max, Perky, Jlana, and Boet Vidulman is in 11th. Now I will scroll down to the bottom to see everybody's name there. So for everyone who has participated, everyone has stayed in the race, big thank you to you guys. And of course, thank you to you guys watching from home. I do appreciate you checking out the content. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like. And of course, if you really liked it, hit the subscribe as well. And I will see you in tomorrow's video for more racing. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.